Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone Director Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything on the hardwood with the West Greene Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with Buffaloes head coach Alan Tolliver. Coach,
what's up, man?
Back in the gym?
Yes, sir.
Switched it around a little bit, though.
We got to come up with one more view in here.
I got an idea for one. It's just if we could pull it off or not.
We can pull it off. We've already talked about it.
If you've been to the gym, you probably know what we're looking at right now.
Yeah.
We'll just have to see. We're in front of the Crow's Nest, though. I'd like to know how long that
retro, man.
I don't know what you call it, sign's been there.
Which one? Well, they can't see
the top one. Yeah, just the home of the Buffaloes.
Yeah, that's. I really like the retro.
Oh, I do too. It's sick. I like retro.
I already told you I want to put it on a shirt.
That'd be cool. Retro uniform would be the coolest, but
yeah, that's expensive.
But at the same time, it is expensive to only wear them 1 to maybe 2 times a year.
Yeah. I wonder how many signatures are underneath that thing right there.
Did they sign underneath? Oh, you're talking about underneath.
Yeah.
I know what you're talking about.
You ever been under there?
Yeah, I have. Probably a lot, and a lot of nasty things that we can't read either.
Yeah, probably so.
You know how high schoolers are.
Yeah, you know.
Back in the gym again, got 2 games to talk about. Hampton and Cosby were the 2 games that we previewed last week. We'll get through the Hampton game before we cover the win at Cosby, but, man, that Hampton game, I mean, down to the wire, literally down to the final buzzer. Ended up losing 51-48 on a buzzer beater. Had it right there. Had them with a chance to go up with less than a minute to go. But leading up to that point, I want you to take me through the rest of the 30 minutes in that game.
Yeah. Well, it started and we started slow. We kind of let them – we played at their speed. We let them speed us up. And when you play Hampton, you know you stay off the sidelines.
Yeah.
They're going to come trap you. And don't be weak with the ball. And we were the polar opposite. We went straight down the sidelines. When we got down the sidelines, we'd hold above our head. Here they come behind. Boop. Gone. There were several times in the first and second quarter I look up, we were down 8, down 10, down 12, down 8, down 10. And just couldn't really seem to cut it any shorter. And we made a little run there in the second quarter, cut it back down, and going to halftime, feeling okay. We made a run. We're down 4 at half. Still not playing great. Still, just silly turnovers, dribbling off our foot, throwing it straight to them. Just silly stuff in the first half that really hurt us. Go into the second half, have a good third quarter, come out and have a pretty decent – I'm not going to say good third quarter. We had a decent third quarter and a pretty decent fourth quarter. And just in the end, it was all night long. Like we said, it wasn't just there at the end. It was all night long, and it seemed to bite us. Missed layups and turnovers, those 2 things. We didn't do it well. Defensively wasn't bad. The season average, we held them. They had 48, hit that last 3, put them up to 51. But, you held them to 51 at their place where they're probably averaging 60s to 70s.
And you look at the difference from when they played here in your gym versus then, too. We talked about how big of a difference it would be having Aiden Lehman's out there, too, but just to be able to hold them almost under 50 in their home gym is something that not a lot of times we could probably go on Max Preps and look, but not a lot of times has it been done this year.
Yeah, I would agree. Actually, I'm not sure that it's been done.
You're probably right.
I'm not sure it's been done. They shoot the ball really well in there. I know in the first quarter alone they hit 3, maybe 4 threes. We defensively we played okay. We had a few mental lapses, but overall, we gotta close games out. That one hurt. That one ate on us for a little bit, and we came back and we prepared for Cosby, and ended up having a really good showing against Cosby. You looking at it?
Yeah, going through and looking at it, I cannot find a game where they've scored under 50 at home this year. Their lowest that I've seen is your game at 51. To be able to hold them to as much as you held them to is an accomplishment there.
Yeah, so that's good. You hold them to their season low at their own gym, but you still get beat, so that's not good. But like I said, though, we came back in after that one, kind of added a little fire, a little fuel to the boys. come in, had some good practices going into Cosby that we played on Tuesday. I think that's probably the most practices we've had in a month.
You're probably right, yeah.
We got to have 3 in a row.
You had 4 games in 5 days, with the only day off being Sunday the last time we'd sat down. So, yeah.
So, probably the most practices we've had in a month, and we got to have them all in a row before Cosby. Went to Cosby. It was their senior night. They honored a few people. It was a pretty good crowd. Get there, get ready to start lineups, and next thing you know, I'm kneeled down in front of the boys on the bench, talking about lineups, talking about pregame, just stuff we talk about always. They call their names. They're coming back to me, and we're getting ready to huddle up and talk. By the time we go to huddle up, completely black.
Lights go out.
Turn the lights out. Oh. Spotlights start shining around.
Oh.
So they're going all out. Crowd's into it. We actually start the game very poorly. First 2 shots of the game for them is threes.
Both made.
Drilled them. So we're down 6-0 in less than a minute. And then we made a good little run. Ended up winning the quarter 14-6. So they went scoreless for like 7 minutes and 15 seconds. Looked like we held them scoreless. So defensively, it was good. Second quarter, had a really, really good second quarter. Played well. End of the second quarter, we ended up turning the ball over like 2 to 3 times in a row. Just boom, boom, boom. And then third quarter came out. We pushed it up to like 24. Same thing, into the third quarter. We had 2 silly turnovers, led to layups. I just kept telling them, I was like, guys, this is not a team you can let hang around. Mm-hmm. It's not a team you can let feel confidence, let the crowd get into it. Because, I mean, if you've been to Cosby, you know.
I've actually never been.
You've never been?
Never been to Cosby.
Well, if you've been to Cosby, you know their crowd gets into it, and they'll get live in a hurry.
Been to football, but I've not been to basketball.
Then we come out, have a really good start to the fourth quarter, and about halfway through the fourth quarter, this kid goes on an absolute heater. I mean, he torched us. And it wasn't just like, I'm on the three-point line, torch you. Like, we're sending the double, we're blitzing. This dude's just boop, 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 boop. Volleyball line, swoosh. And he didn't hit the rim for 5 shots.
That's crazy.
Like, it didn't even come close to touching the rim.
That's when you know you're pure.
Yeah. Well, but the best part about it was he was hitting them, but we would come down, we'd take our time, get a good possession, and we would score as well. So we were matching his buckets. It was just, when somebody gets feeling it like that and they're hitting from the volleyball line.
Dangerous.
But, yeah, they cut it. It went from like 24 to 15 in a hurry. And then after it got there, it kind of just stayed at 15 for the night. We did really well in game, kind of passing the ball. They were sending doubles, trying to trap, get steals out of it. Did really well taking care of the ball. Actually didn't turn it over at all. And that was really good for us, seeing how the second and third quarter, we did that at the end of the quarters. We turned it over, had silly mistakes. So we got better as the night went on, and anytime you can go to Cosby and come out with a win, you'll take that. And last regular season game of the year.
That's what I was going to say. I mean, last regular season game, so you've wrapped up your regular season so far. Yeah. Or I guess not so far. You have wrapped
it's over.
Up. Your regular season's over with. You're going into the district tournament now.
What, 15 and 10?
15 and 10 on the season. Going into the district tournament now. I guess we shouldn't talk about that too much because, of course, that's what the whole second half is going to be about.
The whole second half.
You've got district coming up. We'll talk about who you play, when you play, what time, what the district tournament seedings look like right after this break. How to get there, everything you need to know.
Everything you need to know just to show out.
Stay with us. About a minute later, we'll start talking about it. And, of course, you know what the second half brings, a new Celsius flavor. So stay tuned. We'll be right back here in just a minute here on Grassroots Media.
At Corner Pawn, the friendly and knowledgeable staff has the experience necessary to help you out regardless the need. Have an item of value you'd like to pawn or sell? Corner Pawn can help. They pawn numerous items of value, including firearms, tools, ammunition, silver, coins, and much more. When you walk through their doors, you'll find well-stocked shelves full of electronics, gaming systems, fishing and hunting equipment, car audio and accessories. And don't forget about the room full of guitars and basses and amplifiers, or their outside lawn and garden equipment. Corner Pawn is a case knife dealer and carries numerous used knives as well. Stop by and let the friendly staff at Corner Pond help you today at 432 East Bernard Avenue, Greenville, Tennessee.
Pizza Inn offers contactless buffet to go with JoJo's Family Feast or anything on our menu for carryout. We also honor birthday parties and cater to businesses and large events. We make it easy. Call us today. Pizza Inn Greenville.
For more than 30 years, Tommy's Plumbing has served customers in East Tennessee with licensed and professional plumbing services. From installing your new faucet to replacing your existing piping system, our team at Tommy's Plumbing is trained to handle the job with professionalism, attention to detail, and integrity. By offering warranties on most products installed by our technicians, Tommy's Plumbing stands behind our work, ensuring that your plumbing needs are not only met, but that your problem is solved for the long term. When you need reliable and professional plumbing service, Tommy's is the only call to make. So give us a call today and let us show you the Tommy's difference.
Welcome back to Grassroots Media. Welcome back to this week's edition of the Malone's Wrecker Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner, where we cover everything on the court with the West Greene Buffaloes basketball team. As always, I'm joined here with Buffs head coach Alan Tolliver. We got a new flavor this week. Interesting.
Very summery.
Exciting.
I'm not sure why it's out now, but
I'm not sure either. They released it in January.
Yep.
It's a sparkling pina colada edition. It's called, we believe, Playa Vibe.
Yeah.
If you're from the South, you'll call it Playa Vibe.
Playa.
Playa. But
Coach Will has corrected me, but I forgot what Coach Will said it was called. So,
But looking at videos, we did see a pair of Hispanic guys that called it Playa Vibe, so I'm going to go with that. Because every other person that I saw was a white Southern male or female that called it Playa. And I don't think it's that. I'm going to go with Playa because it is Pina Colada edition. So I'm going to go with it. See what color it is. The can's really cool, too.
You know what color it's going to be, bro.
It's like a green and a gold.
This is from Peyton's mom, by the way.
I think
She got
Peyton's
this
got a
from
son
work.
and Peyton's mom
Yeah,
got a son.
she got these from work.
Shout out.
The color,
Yellow.
it's always, man.
Yeah.
It's always.
Yeah, it's definitely Pina Colada.
Yeah, it smells good. I feel like it might taste like sunscreen, though.
It's definitely overwhelmingly, I don't know. You get a pineapple scent?
Somebody's here.
We're going to get a guest appearance?
Guest appearance here.
Maybe.
Y'all take a guess before he gets here.
Guest appearance?
You want to join?
Negative.
Come on, you can take a taste. Give them your ranking.
I don't want to be on camera.
All right. No pressure.
It's the last thing you need, some guy on here sounding like he's describing a tornado coming through the trailer park.
Hey, this guy shows up to work when we're out of school. That's how dedicated he is to West Greene. You ready? You want to try it? It's Mr. Wiles, by the way.
Give him a round of applause.
Play a vibe?
I'll have that one.
Pina
I see.
Colada?
No, I've had the tropical, the Astro, and all the common ones you find.
Yeah. Well, if you ever need one, there's some in my office. We got a stack full.
Which one's your favorite?
Probably tropical.
Tropical? That's a good one. It's a good one.
That's probably my favorite. I mean, I can drink all of them.
Yeah. Do you like the teas?
I've tried them.
Oh,
We've got to get him a tea.
they're pretty good.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you one of them I like that I've tried. They're hard to find. Is the grape Zoa.
No, I had that one.
It's the the Rock's got his brand.
Yeah.
Zoas. You can find them at like Weigel's, and I think that Roadrunner on the bypass sometimes.
In Greenville?
Yeah. The grape was. I had the orange one. I didn't care for it. The grape was not bad.
We're going to have to try that one.
We
I
will.
hope you can edit all this out.
Oh, no, you're
You're
in the
making
show. You're in the show. We already talked too good about you to cut you out.
No, you gotta edit me out.
This Wilds, ladies and gentlemen. Pina Colada. Do you smell like pineapple?
I don't know what I smell.
I get pineapple. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going for
Here
it.
we go.
Do you get any hint of sparkling in there?
No, but that's good.
It is sparkling. It says it.
It says it's sparkling, but that's not sparkling.
It's smooth. I need to bring up our previous rankings.
Bro, that's like a high 8.
It's smooth.
That's like a high 8. What we got over here?
I ain't gonna lie.
Like, I'm going 8.5.
I might go that too.
I'm going 8-5.
This is good.
Wowzers.
This one's one of my favorite this year.
This one's good.
This one is good.
That's an 8-5 all day.
It's an 8-5. Of course, you'll already have the rankings up here by now.
Right here.
I think I've got it above Wildberry.
Yeah, for sure.
And
It's going to be
both
right.
our second favorites. Yeah, this is good.
That's really good.
I'm
This is
happy.
the best. Is this the best vibe? You like tropical.
I like peach.
And peach. Yeah, you like peach.
I like the peach and tropical. Do you have it better than tropical? Tropical was your highest
No.
vibe last year, I think. No, you had
Arctic.
Arctic. Yeah,
Arctic.
you had Arctic.
Dude, I've not had one of those in a long time.
The Arctic ones?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hadn't either.
I'll be honest, when I go to the store, if there's a tea one,
You grabbed the
I
first.
get the tea.
Yeah.
The tea or the blue raz lemonade. But I would get this
Yeah,
one from the store.
This one's like Blue Raz Lemonade. It's
It's not very fizzy.
no, I think the Blue Raz Lemonade isn't technically a tea, but it's not sparkling. It's one of
Yeah.
the weird ones. It's not sparkling, but it's not a tea. It's like its own solo category.
This one's good.
This one's really good. 8-5. Definitely one of the best ones we've had this year. Shout out to Peyton's mom for getting this
Yeah.
because honestly, if
Appreciate
you didn't
it,
tell me
Tanya.
about it and she didn't get it, probably wouldn't have even known about it.
No, she said it was in her vending machines at work.
Really?
Yeah. And
Wow.
she said he brings in like new flavors all the time.
That's awesome.
Told her, I may just have to
We got all kinds of plugs out there.
have you snag.
We got all kinds of plugs out there. We had a plug whenever we were doing the Gatorade too.
Yeah. Josh Daniels.
Shout out to all of them. 8-5?
8-5.
That's good.
That's
good.
solid.
That's really good. It's one of my favorites we might have ever had.
Worst part is it goes downhill after this with the flavors we have in the office.
There's one more that's left that we still got that's going to be pretty good.
Is it the lemonade? Yeah.
Strawberry lemonade.
Yeah, but it's
Yeah.
sparkling.
Hey, you never know. The Blue Raz lemonade wasn't sparkling.
I think it says sparkling.
Did it say? You never know. This one says sparkling. and
That's
it's
true.
not. So,
This one's
hey,
not very.
Got to keep your hopes up. Strawberry lemonade. That's probably the one left, and I'm excited to try the other ones. Maybe.
Cherry cola, man.
Cherry. Maybe it's a little. I mean, I'm excited to try it because I was excited to try cola.
That's true. You were.
So
Till you tried
I
it.
don't know.
That was one that did not get finished by me.
No, there's
I
only
think
two
I've
that
said
I've
that.
never finished.
The marshmallow.
Yep, fantasy vibe.
Dude, Peyton likes them.
Whew.
He's a maniac.
More power to him, but yeah. Playa vibe, definitely high on my list.
Yeah, for sure. That
But
was good.
Moving into basketball now. It's district tournament time.
Oh, yeah.
It's exciting.
It's the best time.
It's
of year,
not the
man.
district tournament edition of the show yet. That'll be next week when
That'll
we
be
kind of
next
get
week.
one in the middle after the first round game, but it's time to talk about it, though. Of course, the last 4 weeks we've been leading up to this. The conference standings were finalized last Friday night after the game against Hampton. Hampton and South Greene tied for the regular season championship. Hampton had the tiebreaker. They get the 1 seed. South Greene gets the 2. Johnson County gets the 3 over you guys at 4. Chucky Doak with the 5. Happy Valley with the 6. So Tuesday was your first game.
Yep.
Play Chucky Doak Tuesday
6:30.
at 6:30. And then I guess following that at 8 o'clock will be Johnson County and Happy Valley.
Happy Valley.
And then you would play the winner of, or I'm sorry, you would play, I'm drawing a blank here. You
If
would
we
play South Greene if you win. No, Hampton if you win, yeah.
If we win, we would get Hampton.
And then the winner of Johnson County and Happy Valley would play South Greene.
Right.
That's how that would go. So those games would be on Thursday, and then the championship would be, I guess, the following Tuesday or Monday. Would it be Saturday? You know what? I've got the schedule. I should have it up here. So I
I mean,
talk
I
about
should
it.
know it, but I'll be honest with you. There's only one game that's on my mind at the moment, and it's just Tuesday.
Understandably so. The quarterfinal Tuesday at 6:30. You and Chucky Doak. If you were to win, that would be Friday at 6:30. So you take a
You
day
get
and
two
then play
practices.
Friday, and then the championship game would be Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Consolation would be Tuesday at 6:30. So
I like that. It's spread out.
it is very spread out. I didn't think it was actually that spread out,
I like
but
that. It's not been like that in the past.
in
the past, we finished it in a week.
Yeah, not that I remember. I think last year it might have been like that.
Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday.
Okay. I'm wanting to think it might have been. Yeah, I mean, a
I
lot
like
more
that,
spread
though.
out this year. A lot more spread
Yeah.
out.
I like that. Give you some more practices, get some more prep in.
I guess it does work in your favor because one of the weirdest things about high school basketball is that you will have played your first-round game before 1A and 3A will have finished the regular seasons yet.
Yeah,
so I guess that gives you a little bit more time. You start your tournament earlier, gives you more time to spread that out instead of cramming everything into a certain amount of time. But Chucky Doke Tuesday, of course, the only game you're worried about at the moment, the only game that we could preview at the moment. Take the floor and tell us what you expect against the Black Knights on Tuesday.
Yeah, it's going to be a dogfight. It's going to be a good game. Like I said, I mean, they're going to come out and they're probably going to run that zone. They've run it both times we played them this year. They weren't healthy the last time we played them. They were missing Dom. So it's a big piece for them. He does a lot of little things for them, and he scored the ball pretty well when they played us here. I feel like a lot of people just look at our last game and was like, oh, you won the last game by 22. Yeah, okay, I get that. But when they came to our own gym, they pushed us to the final shot and had a chance to tie it at the buzzer. I mean, we're only up 3 with like 10 seconds to go. And they come down and got a good look and just didn't go in. So it's definitely not a team you can overlook. They are coached very well. Sam knows how to get those guys playing. And they're actually playing, I mean, they're playing pretty good ball right now. So overall, I mean, it's just not a game you can overlook. You can't overlook anybody at this time of year because now if you lose your first game, you're done. There is no, well, we get to go to the next round. We get one more try. It's double elimination. You don't get any of that. It's a game that you have to come out from the start and play. Like I said, I mean, Chucky Doke's got, I mean, their guard play is really good. They got 3 guys that could go off for them any night. And their bench comes in, gives good minutes. Very aggressive. I know I said they play zone, but they like to jump the lane. They like to really they want you to get they either want to slow you down or they want you to take a quick 3 so they can get out into transition. So overall, I mean, we got to play our game plan. We got to execute. We got to not settle for 3s. We got to get middle touches. We get middle touches, kind of opens everything up with it being a 3-2 because somebody's got to step, have some cutters, maybe shoot some layups. But overall, just looking forward to it. Tournament time's my favorite time of year.
It should be.
I mean,
it's my favorite. It's
gets
your
me
favorite.
fired
It
up.
should be everybody's
Yeah.
players' favorites. I mean,
I talked to
this is literally what you play your whole entire season
the
for.
entire season for. And at this point, like, nobody's record matters now.
Yep, it's all 0-0.
Yeah, it doesn't.
I say that almost every time I sit down for a postseason show. It's 0-0 now. It doesn't matter.
It's completely whopped. Like, it doesn't matter if you didn't win a conference game this year. Like, I mean, last year we didn't have a conference win until the last week of the season.
Yep.
Ended up squeaking 2 out and made it to 3rd place finish last year. So it doesn't matter at all what you do in the season. If you can get hot at tournament, you can make a run. I mean, there was a couple of years ago, it might have been last year, 2 years ago, the team made the state tournament and barely even made it out of.
I remember.
Yeah.
Don't remember what classification, but I do remember there was a team with, I think, 8 total wins in the state tournament. And you got to think about how impressive that is to have 8 total wins in the state tournament, because depending on how many teams are in your district or region, you've got to at least win 4 to make it. And that's if you have 5, I guess, because if you've got a 4-team district, then you've got to win 2, or I guess you don't have to. I mean, at the end of the day, you've got to win a certain amount of games, and if you've won like 8 all season, that's tough.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And, I mean, yeah, you got to think about that. Because if you got 4 going into it.
You could lose both of those and go into the district tournament as the 4 seed, but then that's got to be incredibly difficult because then you've got to win.
You got to beat the 1.
You've got to beat the 1, and then in the semifinal game, that means that you would have to beat the 2 from 1, or maybe the 1, depending on how it goes in that
other region.
Yeah, so.
Yeah, so.
And then if you lose that championship, you've got to win sub-state. That's at least 3. If you win a district game or 2, that's 4 or 5, so. Yeah, but it doesn't matter coming to this point now.
No,
you could have 0 wins and still make it.
You got to show up, put yourself on the floor, and play ball. If you come out flat, you're going to get beat.
Yep.
And that's what it comes down to. If we come out flat against Chucky Doke, good possibility we get beat. So, I mean, it's good. I'm glad that we've got 3 days of prep for it. We did take Wednesday off, a little bit of sickness going around. So took Wednesday off, just try to get healthy. We practiced this morning. I mean, we're doing a show early.
Yeah.
So practiced early this morning. We're going to practice tomorrow, practice Monday, and actually come in Tuesday and have a little shoot around before we go up there. So just going to have plenty of opportunity to prep, get ready for everything that they could throw at us, just watching film, some different things they've done this season. And we're going to go in Tuesday night and give it our best shot. Like I tell them in the locker room, we got to take it one game at a time. There's nobody to look ahead to. There's nothing to look back on and say we did this, we did that. None of it matters. You got to win on Tuesday.
And Tuesday's the only one we could talk about at the moment because you never want to talk too far ahead because you mentioned if you lose that game against Chucky Doak, the season's over and we're sitting here next week with our last interview of the year talking about a season recap while everybody else is preparing for the region tournament.
Yep.
So we're not even going to get too far ahead next week when we sit down. We could still be talking about the season. We could be talking about the end of the season, but you don't know. You've got Chucky Doak. That's the only thing that matters now. We talked about you've got the opportunity to play Hampton in the next round if you were to win and punch your ticket to the region tournament. But that's all we talk about at the moment. Of course, we talked about it being at Unicoi County High School, but with the floods that occurred in the fall, it has made things a little more challenging to get there now than it used to be. Don't know exactly how many miles or minutes it was to get there in the past, but it definitely is not as far as it is from West Greene High School as it is now. Because looking at it right now, at this very moment, at 10:06 on Wednesday morning, it's saying an hour and 8 minutes, 69 miles away. And that's definitely longer than it used to be.
It used to be because
definitely
you
a
used to
longer
just take
trek
the 107
and just go straight there. Yeah,
you was there.
But now, I mean, you get on exit 23, you hop off exit 57A in Johnson City heading towards
Go all the way
Asheville.
down to what, 20?
Go all the way to exit 37 towards Irwin Jonesboro, and then after that, I mean, 0.4 miles, turn left, turn right in 350 feet, turn left in a tenth of a mile. It's everything from there on is a real short distance. But
So if you don't know how to get there, he just told you step by step. Just
until
follow
you
it.
get off the interstate, then after that, I mean,
Just follow the signs after that.
if you've been to Unicoi County, though, you know how many different lefts and rights you have to take after you get off the interstate.
Yeah, go through downtown.
Yeah. Everywhere downtown.
Everywhere
downtown. But Unicoi County High School this year, girls start on Monday, boys start on Tuesday. You play Tuesday, potentially Friday, then potentially Tuesday. Don't know if there's anything else we've got to talk about with
I
it.
don't think so. They're not going to let you in until 6 o'clock because they still have to have practice.
Good
So
to know.
They're not going to let you in until 6. So don't get there at 5:30 and be mad because they don't let you in because they ain't going to.
Yeah, it might be raining and freezing. You don't know how Tennessee weather is,
Yeah,
so
you don't.
don't show up too early. I think that's all we've got.
I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Appreciate you.
Go drink the rest of this play vibe.
Thank you for sitting down with me. Thank you all for watching this week's edition of the Malone Drinker Service Alan Tolliver Show, presented by Critters Corner. We look forward to seeing you next week here on Grassroots Media.